Hey guys, David Siteman Garland, a little theRiseToTop.com quick video today, a little iced coffee, a little wind in the hair. It's windy in St. Louis. But I had a thought, I wanted to share it with you, get your thoughts on it as well, because this is something so important and a learning experience that I went through that I think can help you, and I want to let everyone kind of know about this. I want to let you know about this. So here's kind of the big thought behind this, is that if you have a show or you have a blog or whatever online media and you can't define who it's for, it's really for nobody. Think about that for a second. If you can't define who it's for, who are the people that are interested in watching or listening, you're in deep trouble. Because if you think about it, anything that's successful, blog, any piece of online media, for the most part, there's exceptions of course, there's really a defined audience as to who it's for. There might be a secondary and a third audience or whatever, but for the most part, there's an audience that is centered around a topic, interest, occupation, something like that. So, thirsty. Let me give you a couple examples. I mean, some very, very obvious ones, like Gary Vaynerchuk's Wine Library TV, when he did 1,000 episodes of that, very obvious. Who's it for? Wine lovers, people that love wine, want to get more educated on wine. Now I'm just thinking of just random stuff. You know, Chris Brogan, what's his website about? Well, people interested in getting better at social media, but more small business types. When I started the Rise to Top back in 2008, the aim was really to go after entrepreneurs. And this is the lesson that I want to share with everyone, because it has to do with the future of the show and a lot of things that might get your mind going about your own blog or show or whatever you have shaking online. And here's the thought. So I'm just going to be 100% transparent with the story too, by the way. So in 2008 and into 2009, really the Rise to Top, the entire vision was build a community of passionate entrepreneurs, and it was very successful. You know, we grew it from 0 to over 100,000 viewers a month in less than 24 months, and it was successful. And I got to a point though, and this is critical, where I just started to get a little bit burnt out. Not on making shows, not on talking with all of you, but just on the actual content itself. Meaning that entrepreneurship, as I learned more and I interviewed more entrepreneurs, I loved doing it, but I felt like it was just, yeah, you know, it was like I needed something else, you know, something else to kind of fuel the creativity. So I made the announcement this year, if you caught it earlier this year, that I was broadening the interviews and I was going to be bringing on different types of guests and athletes and celebrities and entertainers and things like that. And I got to be honest, when I did that, yes, the show numbers have continued to rise, and you know, the show is now getting close to an average of over 200,000 people watching or listening a month on a variety of different platforms, which is pretty cool and exciting. Drink break. But here's the thing, is that I realized that now the show has become too broad. And the way that I know that is because when I get questions about it, maybe from people that I meet somewhere or whatever, and they ask a little bit what I do, I explain that I do this show and I interview interesting people. Oh, and in the back of my mind, there's not that compelling thing to tell them, like, this is why you need to tune in. This is who the show is for. This is who the show is not for. And I've had some come to David moments where I've had to sit down and really think about this and talk it over with some of the peeps. I want to get your thoughts on this too. But I realized where the show really needs to go is designed for mediapreneurs. Everything designed around mediapreneur. Now, you're probably a mediapreneur if you're watching this video right now. Mediapreneurship to me is bloggers, show hosts, podcasters, people creating online media, new media, all that kind of stuff. And I realized that this is my peeps. This is where I can have the most passion, bring the most interesting guests, and just make it a lot of fun and make it informative, where you can learn something that you can take away, whether it's something, an action step, a how-to, some inspiration, an interesting story, a cool tool that you can use for your blog, show, whatever it may be. And you know, the next few shows that we're having on the Rise to Top, there's going to be a whole mix of different types of guests. But over time, I see this developing, and I'm going to probably come up with another tagline or something like that that makes more sense with the direction. But really being the #1 show for mediapreneurs, #1 show for mediapreneurs. And that's what I want. That's where I see it going, and I think it's going to be even more successful. And the reason I share this story is not just to tell you about the new direction, and as some steps go in, you'll see some changes over the next few months, but really to get you thinking about that. Can you quickly quickly say, okay, this is the audience for my show. These are the types of people that watch it, and or my blog, or read my blog, whatever it may be. And if you can't, might be a little bit of trouble, because here's the thing. Like I said, if your show or blog's for everyone, it's really for nobody. Food for thought. See ya.